say? Anyways, we'll talk about that later. Let's do it, guys. ESL Open Cup. We are in the round of 4 right now. In the bottom left of altitude, it is Gumiho. And in the top right of altitude, it is herO. Okay. Okay. This will be fun. This will be really good. So Gumiho is super duper hyper aggressive in this matchup. And that's going to make it additionally fun because that's what herO does too. So I think when you have two players that attack each other really well in TVP, that's always fun. And I was talking about it earlier today. I'm fairly certain TVP is the best matchup in StarCraft 2 at this moment as far as entertainment value goes. There's a lot of back and forth. There's a ton of different build orders. It feels more even than it has ever felt, in my opinion. Because there's definitely been periods where it looked like Terrans just could not beat decent Protosses, but that's definitely not the case right now. It really feels like it can go either way. So, pretty awesome. All right. So, altitude is... I actually really like altitude. Yeah, that tricked me before. He tells gate to build, and then he goes Cybernetics Core. Like, he shows where the gate can be built, and then, yeah. Kind of a funny thing that he does. I'm not sure why he does it. But, here we go. Command Center, Nexus. Everything's very, very standard so far. Yeah. Altitude is that map, if you guys recall. It has the watchtowers that are at the gold bases, but you have like a tower that you can knock down that will kill the watchtower, so you can mine from the gold bases. And that's like a way that the map editors came up. It's like a Brood War type thing where the map editors came up with something really clever to change the balance of the map that isn't originally intended. In this case, you know, making it so that, for instance, you can't just take your first expansion like SOS or a Zerg player at a gold base. Now, that being said, Altitude was not super played in Katowice, and 0 games that I saw or casted, and I did nothing but watch like multiple games at once and cast the whole time I was there. 0 of them did I see people kill the towers and take the gold bases on this map, so I'm a little bit sad about that. And while we wait for this to really get going, because Twilight's coming, I was going to tell you guys a story about those plates. You see that plate at the bottom of the ramp? It's at the bottom of every StarCraft 2 ramp. Now, those do a lot of things for you. Like, they stop, like, a pylon wall and stuff, but do you know why they were originally put in? Well, the reason that the plate was originally put in at the bottom of the ramp... Now, if you recall, during very, very, very early StarCraft 2 beta in the very beginning of the game, you might recall that, like, Reaper builds were a bit broken against Zerg. And so Reapers got nerfed a bunch of times because Zergs were not able to do much. But there was something that was, like, 5 times more broken. And that was you could do a bunker rush and put 2 bunkers at the bottom of the ramp that would completely wall the ramp. So instead of bunker... Like, think of the bunker rushes you see now that still work. But now do one where Zerg no longer can come down their ramp. Okay? So... the first official LAN for StarCraft 2 after release was IEM Cologne, and I was playing there as a Zerg player, and I didn't know about this double bunker rush, and morO did it against me, and it was the most painful thing. He actually apologized to me afterwards because it was so broken, and like within a week it was gone. So I might have been at a pro tournament the only person that died to that. But it was absurd, and that's why we have plates at the bottom of ramps. And obviously nowadays there would be a lot of things that could be abused as well, but that was the original reason that was put in. Okay, anyways, now we actually have the game going. Blink just finished. A little run in here from... Wow! That was a good scout right there. That was some good stuff. So he sees, okay, 3 gate, you know, Blink, Prism. This is the most common PvT build that there is. Yeah, the most. What else can you say about that? This is a triple command center build, so herO might have potential to do some damage. We'll see. Gumiho preparing the Widow Mine drop to come in. Now, I want to see him hold off on this for a moment. Oh, no, he's just going to boost right in. Now, herO's not really looking at very much, so yeah, see? What I was hoping is that he might wait to do that until the very first attack came. Sometimes if you time something like that, your opponent is focusing on their own micro and you can get a lot of probes. Here, he did it like right when you know that herO's not doing anything. Right? Like, see this point? Like right here, if he boosts in and does it right now, I think there's a decent chance he gets a lot of probes. So, you know, in my opinion, a mistake from Gumiho. But anyways, the 4 Stalkers just walking through the base. 4 is a perfect number. You can one-shot those SCVs. One of them goes down, so now they're much less efficient. And I'm sure he'll just get out with what he can at this point. Now he's going to double volley everything. And, oh god, he actually brings up more. Stalkers being pushed out. Ooh, catches the Raven. It doesn't even get the auto turret off. Wow, these Blink Stalkers doing a fantastic job so far. And again, you know, Gumiho just happened to do a fast triple command center build, which did make him particularly weak against this. If you do a slower third command center, generally the 3-gate build won't get very much done. But now Gumiho has like the critical mass that it doesn't look like much more can happen. But you can see he's a little bit behind, right? Third Nexus is almost done. We have all sorts of great upgrades coming in for herO. He's getting into his splash damage. He hasn't lost very much yet, as you can see. He's definitely been more efficient. Gumiho adding 4 barracks right now. 4 barracks? Well, he's going to land his command center. I'm sorry, did he only have 2 racks before? Like, normally what it is, guys, like in the mid-game as Terran, you either go 3 raxes with your factory and starport into command center, or you go 5 raxes. So to see him building 4 at once, I wasn't paying super attention to the exact production amount. But I'll try to catch it next time we jump into the main base. Because if he's going up to like 6 racks right now, that's like a little bit different. That's a little bit, like, I'm not sure exactly what that means. Anyways, Dark Shrine on the way, +1 finishing up. Charge, Prism, just herO getting all the goodies. A pretty good setup from Gumiho. Oh, is that a turret? Yeah, I like that turret. That's very, very nice. You do have to have some stuff to zone out this incoming Prism. One thing I would like to see, this has always been a funny thing to me, is, like, for instance, you'll see Terrans put down a couple turrets to try to stop incoming prisms, but the prisms will just fly over a turret, right? Kind of like that hallucination just did, and they'll still get that warp in. I do like it, though, when you're being a little bit extra careful and you have a Viking, so that you can actually, like, make sure that you get the prism out of there. We'll see. Obviously, right now, you don't want it, like, right at the second. You're sitting in a defensive stance anyways. You need those medevacs. You want them charging up energy. You need them for potential harassment as well. He's only seen the single missile turret, but prism speed is coming. So when you have prism speed, like, it cares even less about these turrets, right? This is why I really like a single Viking from Terran. I also do like, occasionally you see him do something like a Widow Mine next to the turret. That can be a very good play as well. All right, Disruptors coming in. DT Blink. Oh, wow. Yeah, he's just getting everything, man. That +2 still coming. Gumiho with his upgrades finishing up. Look at that. Dude, +2 finished. Half of a quadrillionth of a millisecond after fucking +1 finish, man. +2 instantly for Gumiho. He is so into that +2 right now. Absolutely wild. Good pylon spread around the map. One thing to mention about altitude is altitude's pretty big. Like, you can kind of tell right now looking at it, guys, when you look at the base layout. Look how far apart their bases are. Right? That's a lot of distance to traverse, which is why they're kind of leaving each other alone. It's a map where you're going to power up a little bit more. Because, you know, walking across the map, it just, your opponent has more time to just kind of prepare for anything. And then, of course, if they have a counter harassment going on while your whole army's across the map, that's going to be very painful. Now, here comes the Speed Prism. And this is, oh, God, he walks 2 DTs in at the same time. This is brilliant. The double DT is amazing here. Gumiho bringing down 3 tanks. And here... Oh, he flew over 2 turrets. So he actually... he didn't know where those missile turrets were. So he lost the Prism. And just as Zealots get out. So this was actually good from Gumiho. This was like... It was a little bit lucky in a way, because if you fly a Speed Prism over 1 turret, it doesn't die. But if it hits the second one, obviously you go down. Ooh, a big disruption ball goes out and gets the hit. Oh my god, another one. That one got like 2 Marauders in a Marine as well. Very, very good ones. Little Zealot counterattack. Good. Wow. herO doing a really good job, right? Like he's sending the DTs in the Prism, and everything falls apart for Gumiho in a matter of seconds. In a matter of seconds, everything fell apart. That's crazy. Damn. It looked good for it looked fine for Gumiho, I would say, for a moment. And then just suddenly it's like, oh, 2 big disruptor hits, Zealot counterattack. Gumiho's like, get me the fuck out of here. He's like, the sun is barely up. What the fuck am I doing? Awake at 10 a.m. playing this fucker. Right? God. All right, we're going to get into game number 2. You guys ready? Ready for game number 2? Well, things did fall apart like instantly. The disruptor hits were big, and he had the force fields there, so it's not like he could, like, sometimes the disruptor comes out and you can like stim forward and you have your Marauders and you just like pound it down real quick before it hits. Here it's like the first disruptor hit was sick, the second one was good. The force fields were there to slow him. He had like a battery there. He had Colossi and stuff. And then the Zealots came in, and it's like, what are you going to do, dude? You're losing all of your economy and your entire army? It's like, it's over. It's over. All right, we're getting into game number 2, guys. Let's do it.
What? Don't Defense donated $3.33. Artie, you really should play SC2.
Why is that?
This is a game where if you fly over missile turrets with a shuttle or warp prism, your unit dies and you can't juggle DTS. Steam some you playing some SC2, your audience demands it. It will make you improve at BW.
Yeah, I'm good for now. Thank you though. I've played a hell of a lot of StarCraft 2 in the past, but yeah, right now I'm focusing on StarCraft 1 and a bit of Smash on the side. All right, very quick probe coming across the map. I would say that this is this looks like a Max Pax, right? Of course, another player in this tournament. But the SCV sees the probe immediately. So there was a build that Max Pax made where you send out one of your first probes and you proxy a gateway and you have to make a pylon in your main base because the amount of travel distance. Anyways, it looked like that's what was happening, but since the SCV saw the probe, it doesn't make sense to do it anymore if that's what he was going for. And I do believe that's what he was going for. That's the only reason you would send a probe that early. Otherwise, you would probably do a pylon scout instead if it was just to get up here and harass. So, good scout there from Gumi. Thank you. I'm glad that you love my streams, guy in the chat. Make sure you follow. Having a good time casting some Star 2. For any people waiting for Brood War, we will be playing after this tournament. This is the round of 4. And it looks like it's... I mean, if herO wins here, we go right to the finals. So, yeah. There you have it. It might not be very much longer. I know, Proto Sweet Lord, I know. Yeah, these games are live. This is all happening live right now. We have Mapu observing for us. And, yeah. This is a weekly tournament. There's a Korean Cup, a North American Cup, and a European Cup. The thing is, everyone can play everything. It's just what times it's at. So I'm casting the North American Cup because I live in North America now, so this is a good time for me. And, although it does go a little bit late for me, right? Because I live in Atlantic Canada, so... Definitely the time zones weren't designed for my people. The people of the ocean. So, here's something I really like about what we're seeing here from Gumiho. Quite middling. That's the worst thing you can say. I'd rather you hate them. Strong emotions are definitely better than apathy. Now, I like the command center in the main base. Like, I like people mixing that in against a player like herO. I think it's important. A lot of his wins come off of good early pressure. Honeyba, thank you for gifting a sub. Right, Stargate on the way here for herO. Wants to back away from those blink upgrades for now. See if it's Oracle. No, it's going to be Phoenix. Okay, okay. So double command center. That is a pretty quick starport as well. A single Hellion on the way. I think he'll get Tech Lab after this, but we'll see. Oh, no. Going right into a mine. Okay. Yeah, no problem with that, I would say. And, oh, well. Oh, I like the recall, actually. That's really good. That's really, really good. Yeah, recall is basically always worth it when you think about it. Like, anytime you can get anything out, it's like, yeah, you may as well. It's not like you need to save that recall for anything else. Like, sometimes I see someone get their scout probe too deep and give it a recall. And it's like, yes, technically that's better than chrono boosting. Like, additional probes, right? Is just getting one extra probe home. It's, like, funny when you think about it, right? Because, like, I'm one of those players that, like, of video games in general, where, like, when I used to play, like, RPGs, like, you know, like JRPGs and stuff in the old days, like, I loved those games when I was a kid. But I'm the guy that literally wouldn't use potions. I'll go to the inn every single time because I don't want to waste my potions just in case I really need them later. And, like, that's just how I played everything. So, like, I remember when they first made Recall, I was so careful not to use it. And then I saw a pro gamer recall a probe, and I just did the math real quick, and I'm like, oh, of course, you should recall anything that you can get out. Just because, you know, that's just how I play games, man. I'm just all about, like, efficiency and saving things and, like, being stingy. Anyways. Yeah, using a potion is aping. All right. Yeah, I might need 50 elixirs. Yes, that's exactly it. I might need 50 elixirs for the final boss. Dude, it's so funny to look back on that and just be like... And it's, like, such a part of my personality, too. I'm like a prepper, dude. That's exactly what it is. It's like, right now, man, I have, like, so many batteries in the house and bottles of water and stuff. Dude, you gotta be safe, man. That's all. All right. So, we have the Banshee coming in right now. Armor and charge for herO. And, yeah, okay, let's see what the Banshee does. Yeah, with the Oracle here, you're not going to get too much. Gets 3 probes. Yeah, I mean, that's about all you can do if he's going to sit back so defensively with those units. Still making... Look at this. He's going for a 3rd Banshee. I find that kind of interesting, the 3rd Banshee. You probably won't expect that one. Shield battery being made. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Gumiho, by the way, is historically one of the best Widowmine placers. This is something that I remember so fondly about him. This is back in the days when Abyssal Reef was still being played, right? Oracle openings became so popular, and so people would rush out mines and try to put them in places the Oracle might hit. And Gumiho had the next level play of running them as far into the map as they could get, and he knew the Oracle timing so well. He got his Widow Mines further into the map than anyone else every time. And then no one would know that the fucking mine is there because they're not looking at their Oracle at that point. Anyways, in comes this charge attack, and this is pretty surprising for Gumiho, but he pulls back into a nice choke, so he's going to hold it without any problem here. That was a funny attack. Like, that was a very weird, very kind of apish move from herO. And I love herO and I respect herO, but in what universe is that supposed to work? Huh. Yeah, that is true. You save all your potions for the final boss, then don't use them. Well, you don't know. There might be another boss after him. You got to save him just in case. So stupid. All right, the Cloaked Banshee actually just goes sightseeing here. Flying over the natural, goes to where there's a shield battery instead. Goes after the shield battery. Dude, oh my god, our player from early on. Who was it, Reza or something? He had it right. He started attacking the shield battery. It's so funny. Oh my god. Dude, stasis wards are so insane. They really are. They're used a lot, but they're still underused. They are still underused and underappreciated. Look at this. He's going to lose the game because of that stasis ward. Is that hilarious to you? Is that hilarious to you? That one stasis ward, 50 energy from that Oracle. He's like, no problem, I win. My god. That is so insane. He destroys everything. Yeah, ZZ. More like. Dude. You know that early harass unit that also scouts and defends? And detects? That unit? Yeah, he used the 50 energy that he had extra because he was not harassing with it anymore and he won the game. Sick. Sick, dude. All right.